This video is about the fence downtown Minneapolis, past tense, like a few months. I went down to downtown Minneapolis on March 6th, 2021 to see what was going on. And obviously I knew the fence was going to be there, so this is the first time I photographed and videographed the fence and touched it personally. I honestly will say it is something you have to experience to go there and touch the fence, because it is a unique experience that I cannot convey to you in a video. I could not get the importance of the fence until I was actually there and saw it. I'm sure there's other instances in the United States and the world, in the history of the world, where the same thing occurred. I can think like maybe the Berlin Wall, but that's more different-ish. On a day I thought there were going to be protests downtown Minneapolis, I went and just photographed, and I ended up just photographing and videotaping the fence surrounding the courthouse, and these are the subsequent pictures and videos of that day. I am also surprised at how monotone I am at explaining something as noteworthy as the fence surrounding the downtown Minneapolis courthouse. How monotone I am sorry. Oh my goodness, the wall is already down. This video is so past tense by the time I finish editing. The wall's gone, it's no longer there. There is no reason to believe the wall walked off by itself, although that would be a great animation. It was removed. I was surprised at how empty the streets were and how easy it was for me to get photos and videos of empty streets and intersections where I thought cars would be plentiful. I understand this is downtown Minneapolis. Lots of cars have access to this area I'm filming in. It is a Saturday, I know this. However, I should not be able to get these kinds of video shots with no cars in these intersections that are normally packed with vehicles. I'm pretty sure that the majority of people, knowing that the trial is about to start or has started, are thinking, I'm not going downtown Minneapolis. There's no way I'm going to be driving around down there. Oh my goodness. As you're watching this video, if you want to look in the background of certain shots, you'll see that it's devoid of cars and vehicles. There are National Guard and police officers around, scattered about, patrolling the area. But this is insane as far as my previous understanding of Minneapolis and downtown areas, even on Saturdays. I did ask the security guard if I could take photographs of the fence and surrounding, or I didn't say surrounding area, but the fence, and he said, yeah, go ahead. And I don't know if there's a law that says I can or cannot photograph around a courthouse or not, but I know there's a law that says you can't film in a courthouse, so I'm going to call that okay. Look at this. Oh my goodness. I don't think the photos on TV are going to give a correct understanding of how this looks. And when you're here, it looks completely different than what it looked like on television. So what I keep reiterating to myself when I'm watching the news is the news can only bring you so much information or detail
you have to be there to experience something to really truly understand what is taking place at any particular moment. And you can't be everywhere at once. I understand that, but get there and be there if you can. Anywhere, everywhere, all at once. I don't think that the photos do it justice when you see it on TV. Walking up and down this barbed wire fence, I had a feeling that this would be kind of depressing, and it is actually kind of depressing to see this. And lack of a better words, come to terms that this is really happening. This barbed wire fence is up, and you could call it a symbol, but I don't think that I have enough to say what it symbolizes.
Can you explain the feel of the fence? I really have trouble explaining the feel of the fence. I mean, you can physically touch it, and obviously it's different than if you see it on news or in a newspaper. There's a different tangible feeling to walking around the fence, seeing the barbed wire, the razor wire, and the 2 layers of fence, and the cement, and the metal, and it seems so unhuman and unnatural. But that does bring me to an interesting perspective when this is a spiritual photography thing. Some photographers, and I learned this in school, this isn't my idea, some photographers say, oh, I'm only going to film and photograph nature, and that's all I will do. I don't want to photograph buildings because that's not real to me, and that's unnatural. And the nature photographer doesn't necessarily take into account, this is a question mark, that an eagle will build a nest. A nest is not naturally formed through growing. An eagle chips at things and wood and nature and makes a nest, which is its home. Humans do the same thing even as beavers do. Beavers build dams that are not necessarily natural. It is in their plight to make something from nature and turn it into something better suited for them and their purposes. So just as a bird might make a nest, a beaver might make a dam, humans make buildings. And quite often that is using the same supplies, and we could get into ideas of huts and skyscrapers and metal bridges and cement bridges and rock bridges and wood bridges, but when it comes down to it, we're doing the same thing as a beaver or a bird will do. So a photographer saying, I will only photograph nature. Downtown Minneapolis is nature. The entire structure is what we as humans built to be our nest, our home, our beaver dam. That fence surrounding the entirety of the courthouse system is nature. That is us, humans, building and constructing because of our own concerns, our own predictions, our own plight. That fence and the concrete surrounding the courthouse and the courthouse itself is there because we as humans, just like the beaver building the dam, just like the eagle building a nest, we have decided that that is what's necessary, and with the tools that we've found on Earth, just as the beaver and the birds and the bald eagle have decided, we felt it necessary to pull those items from Earth and make our nest. So when you photographers think, I am only going to photograph nature, how are you going to exclude a bald eagle's nest or a beaver's dam or anything else that an animal built with the earth to live comfortably? Okay, that's deep. So what you're saying is, okay, what you're saying is, we are animals, and we are animals, and we built the fence. The fence is a nest that is protecting us. We built protection. The fence is a nest that we have built to protect ourselves and provide shelter from the dangers of the outside world. But we are also on the outside world looking in, as we are on the inside looking out. Yeah, one of the park police drove by as I was photographing and filming, and just wanted to make their presence known and said, "Hey, how's it going?" And there's another cop car that just drove by. I don't think that they're suspicious of me. I just think they're just making themselves like, hey, hi, what's up? Just to see if I seem any bit shady. And if I met myself, I'd be like, yeah, I'd be skeptical of me too. But here I am. Yeah.
I had a feeling there'd be some sort of gathering going on, or ongoing protest, or something of a demonstration type. I don't know if I should get into what I believe should be here, but it would be not realistic. I would have stand-up comics around the clock, just making fun of the world. Not in a negative way, just like, say, hey, here's the tone. Point things out as best you can, truthfully. And let's all make the best of anything we can at any given point. And it's La La Land, but yeah.